because the kicking that's been laid upon them in all aspects sometimes feels like a permanent state.
Democrats just lost everything. They control nothing. They control, I mean, they don't control the House, they don't control the Senate, they don't control the White House, and they don't control the Supreme Court.
They control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. It's their government. What leverage do we have?
Big-time liberals, Jon Stewart, Jen Psaki, even Hakeem Jeffries lamenting about the state of their party this Valentine's Day. Cue the crying. Maybe it's because of antics like this.
It's going to affect beer, okay? Most of it, Corona here, comes from Mexico. It's going to affect your guac, because what is guacamole made of? Avocados, both from Mexico.
Now, everybody stand back and let the cameras see. They're calling all of these gun-loading people out on us. They're calling them out on us. Look behind this door. Who do you see back there?
The doors will open.
Do they have guns on them?
Yes.
Do they have guns?
Any weapons.
Yes. Are they prepared to shoot us?
We will win. We will win. We will win.
All right, this is all coming as a new Gallup poll shows 45% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning independents would like the Democrat Party to become more moderate. Joining us now, the Federalist reporter and a relationship expert, Brianna Lyman. Great to have you with us tonight. Do the Democrats need to practice a little self-love this Valentine's Day? Because they're really struggling.
You know, in honor of Valentine's Day, I'm reminded of the Bee Gees song Love So Right. It says, how could a love so right turn out to be so wrong? It's because for Democrats, in their case, they've gone so far off the deep end to the left, that's why it turned out wrong. And a lot of the sentiment we heard this election is, I didn't leave the Democratic Party left me. Take the issue of abortion, for example. If you were of the belief that abortion should be safe, legal, and rare, which is what Democrats' position was in the 90s, you have to vote Republican today. If you take the position of Obama and the Clintons on immigration, that if you come here legally, there will be repercussions. You have to speak English. Illegal immigration undermines our workers. You have to vote Republican today. So many voters who didn't feel like they had to make these basic decisions at the polls in the 90s and the early 2000s now have to make their decision on these basic things because Democrats have gone really far left.
What specifically was funny to me was Jen Psaki saying, we have nothing. We don't have the presidency. We don't have Congress. We don't have the House. We don't have the Senate. We don't have the courts. But nobody is saying to themselves, why don't we have anything?
Yeah, they've instead of course correcting, they've actually doubled down. Take, for instance, Donald Trump signs this executive order saying, ready? There is a man and a female. That's it, two sexes. Right. Democrats' response would have been to say, we agree. That's the logic and the moderate position. Instead, they're launching lawsuits to try and stop him.
Yeah, Brianna, real quick before you go, I want your opinion on the Valentine's Day card from the White House. Take a look here. It reads this: roses are red, violets are blue. Come here illegally, and we will deport you. Your thoughts on the message from the president and Tom Homan, the border czar?
This is a love letter to the American people. They heard the Americans on November 5th saying we are sick and tired of our country being invaded, our communities being unsafe, and our young girls being scared to go for a run without the fear of being raped and murdered. So they're saying we love you and we're going to protect you.
Yeah, and not only are they saying it, J.D. Vance was saying it abroad. I think he did a terrific job. We were just talking about that. Final thoughts on how this team is presenting themselves, not just here, but abroad too.
Absolutely. They're taking on the globalist narrative head on. I think Republicans writ large have shied away from attacking globalism over the past few years, whereas Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are reviving a sense of populism that is desperately needed in America, and they're bringing it abroad now, and they're not scared of it.
Yep. It's a pleasure to watch. It's really refreshing. Brianna Lyman, we so appreciate your time tonight. Always good to see you.
Thanks so much.
All right, guys, I'm Jackie DeAngelis in for Elizabeth McDonald. Thank you so much for watching this special edition of Evening Edit on Fox Business. I always love filling in for EMAC. But she will be back next week, and we went over a broad range of topics. But we're going to send it over now to the bottom line. Dagan and David, they're going to take it.
Happy Valentine's Day, Jackie.
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Good evening. I'm Dagan McDowell.
And I'm David Webb. Welcome to the bottom line.
Roses are red,